Hi, my name's Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Today I'm not taking a look at a board game. Instead, I'm taking a look at an RPG. That's a role-playing game. Okay, it's not a board game, but it does come in a box and is fun. Haha. So that totally works for Fun with Boxes. Today I'm looking at the Alien RPG starter box set from Free League Publishing. Free League are a Swedish publisher and game creator dedicated to speculative fiction in various forms. They have created and published a range of award-winning tabletop role-playing games, board games and art books too, set in strange and wondrous worlds. As they say on their website, through the distorting mirrors of fantasy and science fiction, we reflect on our own world, its history and future. Alien, the role-playing game starter set, is one such RPG the Free League have produced, and this is the official Alien role-playing game. Space is vast, dark, and not your friend. Gamma rays and neutrino bursts erupt from dying stars to cook you alive. Black holes tear you apart, and the void itself boils your blood and seizes your brain. Try to scream and no one can hear you. Hold your breath and you rupture your lungs. Space isn't as empty as you'd think either. Its frontiers are ever expanding. Rival governments wage a cold war of aggression while greedy corporations vie for valuable resources. Colonists reach for the stars and gamble with their lives. Each new world tamed is either feast or famine. And there are things lurking in the shadows of every asteroid. Things strange and different and deadly. Things alien. This is the official Alien tabletop role-playing game, a universe of body horror and corporate brinkmanship, where synthetic people play God while space truckers and marines serve host to newborn, ghoulish creatures. It's a harsh and unforgiving universe, and you are nothing if not expendable. Stay alive if you can. So what we have here is the starter set for the official Alien tabletop role-playing game, and this really is the ideal introduction to the game. This box set provides you with everything you need to start playing. Let's take a look, shall we, at what you get in this lovely box of terrors. Some of you may well be asking, what exactly is an RPG? Well, to put it in my simplistic terms, it's a game where one person creates a story, traditionally called a Games Master or Dungeon Master, or in the Alien game, the Game Mother, and a group of people play the characters in that story and act as if they are the characters living through that very story. The Game Mother can create their own story and world, or worlds, creating an adventure for the players to investigate and play through. The players have their character that they control and act for within the game world created by the Game Mother. They act or role-play their character and do anything that makes sense within any given situation. Some things are straightforward and can be performed simply by the player explaining what it is they are doing. Others could be more difficult or come with a risk, and then the Game Mother advises the player what to do to try to resolve what it is they want to do. For example, they may want to climb something to gain a better advantage or to see what is around and off in the distance, but the cliff they want to climb is dangerous and difficult to navigate. The Game Mother would need the player to roll some dice based on the character's unique abilities, and the player needs to roll those dice to succeed or suffer some consequences. The most typical situation calling for dice rolls would be if the character is locked in mortal combat with someone or something. The choices for the players is limited only by their imagination, And it is this that makes role-playing games some of the most wonderful and rewarding gaming experiences you can have. Before we delve into the Alien starter set, here's a quick reminder for the 10% online discount from Rules of Play, our local friendly game store here in Cardiff in Wales. Before I continue, just a quick reminder, the Rules of Play have given me a discount code for my viewers to use to get 10% off an online order from their great store. I put a link to Rules of Play into the description below and the code you need to enter at checkout to get that 10% off, which should be on your screen right now. As always, I'm not affiliated in any way with Rules of Play. This is just a discount code for you all to use. Let's take a closer look at what you get inside this great starter set. Well, the first thing you need to take a look at is the rules booklet for the game. This is 104 pages long and provides you with everything you need to know to get up and running in a game of Alien the RPG. This book contains information for both the players and the person who will run the game, called the Game Mother. A lovely nod to the name of the computer in the original film Alien. And a quick note here, for anyone who has not yet seen Alien, now is your chance. It's an absolutely iconic film and really, really brilliant. I saw this back in the cinema in 1979. Yes, I am old. Making this film around 44 years old now as I record this video. If my maths is correct, that is. But despite its age, the film really holds up well and is just as good watching now as it was back in the day. So if you've not seen it yet, you really should, as this will give you a great feel for what to expect while playing this RPG. The first chapter in the book is called Space is Hell and introduces you to the game background with timelines for where and when the game is set. It also discusses the two game modes. They are cinematic play, which is like the dramatic arc of an Alien film designed to be played all in one session, and campaign play, which is a longer sequence of play sessions featuring the same characters which could span many days or weeks of gameplay. Chapter 2 looks in detail at your character, their abilities, career talents and skills, explaining how these work within the game. Chapter 3 discusses all the many skills in detail and how to roll dice to achieve what it is you are aiming to do, and the stress and panic that could result from your actions. Chapter 4 then details all the rules around combat and panic that can happen. And finally, Chapter 5 looks at all the gear available and other equipment. Next, we have the 48-page scenario booklet called Chariot of the Gods, which will take you on a terror-filled ride into deep space where no one can hear you scream. Never gets old, does it? This booklet is only to be read by the person who will run the game, that is the Game Mother. Players must not read this booklet, otherwise they will ruin the entire mystery of what's in store for them when they play this adventure. Then we have lots of aids for the adventure, some of which can be reused in future adventures or even adventures you write yourself. We have the 5 pre-generated characters specific for this adventure, providing you with all the background, the abilities and talents of each character so that you can just step right into all the action. Just to note, the rules included do not cover character creation, that is, the rules you need to create your own brand new characters from scratch. This, however, is covered in the brilliant 392-page hardback edition of the Alien Core Rulesbook, which is also available separately from Free League Publishing. There are 56 custom cards that detail weapons, personal agendas for characters, and also cards to help with the initiative order in combat situations. The weapon cards and the initiative cards will definitely come in handy in future games, but obviously the character cards and agenda cards are deeply related to the included adventure. Next, there are 84 tokens or markers that can be used for many things whilst playing a game of Alien, the role-playing game. To keep track of characters, keep track of motion tracker pings, and many more things. These will be really handy for this adventure and for any others you play. And now onto the dice. Now, who does not like dice? I mean, really, who does not like dice? Well, you get a 10 included with this starter set. You get 10 engraved base dice plus 10 engraved stress dice, all designed especially for playing the game. Though you can make do with normal 6-sided dice, but having these special dice really sets off the game. Lastly, we have a huge, and I mean huge, full colour double-sided map. One side depicts charted space in the year 2183 and the other side has all the floor plans required for the included scenario, Chariots of the Gods. And that's it. Everything you need to get started and get up and running, playing and adventure in the world of Alien. Everything about this starter set is great. The quality is great, the components are just what you need. It really is the perfect way to get into this brilliant role-playing game. I have, to date, only featured board games on my channel, so this is the first RPG for me to feature. I'd like to take a look at some more starter kits for various role-playing games in the future. Is this something you would like to see? If so, please drop me a message below. And if you would like to know more about the Alien role-playing game in particular, and how it works or how to play, again, please get in touch and I will see if I can create a more in-depth video to look at the rules and how things work. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a thumbs up and clicking that old subscribe button. This will help me grow the channel and bring you more and more boxes of fun from all aspects of the gaming world. Again, thanks for watching and please take care.